Hello. My throat is a little stingy right now, so yeah. Um, Trimmed my hair. I think I did a pretty good job. Yeah. This is a different room. Um, I don't know. Some stuff happened this week. Some not good stuff and some good stuff. I didn't really do any drawing either. Uh, I did do this though on my whiteboard. It's just a robot guy or a spaceman or something. Floating around in this starry land. Yeah. Uh, oh, this is something fun that happened. Last Sunday, no, Saturday. I got to attend a talent show. So that was pretty fun. I showed off some of my art and got to meet up with some friends and see some stuff that they've made. It was really nice. Um, One of the sketchbooks that I showed, well, uh, I showed some of my animations and stuff. People like those, and I also got to show um, one of my old scrapbook sketchbooks things that I made a few years ago, or that I finished filling a few years ago. Um, I'm just going to show you some of the pages that I did because I think they're cool. So we have this one here. Actually, I should probably explain what these are. Let me start at the beginning. How about that? Let's do that. So when I was in high school, um, when I took an art class, we learned how to make prints. And one way that we made prints was we took a styrofoam sheet, put grooves into it, and then put ink on it, and then press down the print onto paper. We also did linoleum prints, and I have a few of those hanging on my wall in the other room. But I made a bunch of these because I was testing out what could work, what couldn't. I even made a cardboard version of this one, um, so that I could do like a negative print, kind of. But anyways, I had about five or so of these by the end of it on like construction paper, regular paper, different colored ink, and they're just sitting in a drawer, and I didn't really know what to do with them, so I cut them up, and swapped pieces around. Um, then after gluing them together, I then doodled all over them. Yeah, doodled all over them to, I guess, make them more interesting. I had recently, at the time, gotten some alcohol markers, and they were just sitting around. So I was like, I might as well use them. I had a whole bunch of crayons, pencil crayons, stuff like that, highlighters, sharpies. So I would just cut things up and glue them together and try and make something out of it. And I think I did pretty good. I noticed that some people, or at least from what I've heard, they they don't like the art that they've made, or they're not satisfied with something that they've made because of a mistake that's in it, or a, I don't know. Some some people just don't like art that they've made, and they are hesitant to share it. Um, At least I know some people are. And I don't think I'm like that. I know it's like a big artist trope, like, oh, let me show you my sketchbook, and let me find a page that I think is good enough to show you. I want to share anything. I want to share everything I have. I want to show every sketchbook, every drawing. Um, I'm proud of every drawing that I've made. Um, because when I made it, it was the best that I could do at the time, and it was, although it might not have been what I wanted it to be as the end product. Um, I'm so glad that I did it and that it was made, and I want to share stuff like that. Um, I also like the more chaotic, messy side of art, I guess. I'm okay with doing fine lines and sketches and stuff. I do like that stuff, but I also like the multimedia scrapbook, put all whatever you have on the page kind of stuff. Um, and it actually kind of started with this because I made this about 3 years ago, I want to say. Um, I finished it this year just because it was empty, or the last few pages were empty for just a long time. So I took it with me to school and I filled in the last few pages, and now it's done. But I started it a long time ago. Um, and this scrapbook stuff with all the collages of all the different uh, pieces of paper was really cool to me doing that, and I fell in love with it. So now I want to do more of it. Here's some more that I did. And I don't know. I just love sharing. I love sharing my art because when I share it, people they smile about it. They like, hey, that's really cool. I like what you did. It's like, oh, thank you. So it makes me feel good to know that it makes another person feel good. Um, Not all of my art do that, but when it does do it, it feels good. It's very validating, I guess. So I really enjoyed making these, and I was very happy to share it at the talent show. I kind of explain why I like this stuff. Um, and people seem to like it as well. They're like, oh, that's kind of neat. Yeah. Anyways, here's some more. This was another print that we did. Um, I don't know. This was just kind of mostly a study, not a study, but like an experiment to see what works and what doesn't, and then kind of putting it all together afterwards so it has like a second life, so it's not just sitting in a drawer. Um, yeah, this big yellow thing here, that was actually the paper that we drew our design on, and then we put that paper onto the styrofoam, and then redrew it, so traced over the lines we just drew, so that we could put the grooves into the styrofoam sheets, and it kind of worked, I think. Yeah. So this one was really fun to do. I did a lot of cutting with this one. Um, like instead of just gluing the whole page down and doing a border, um, I tried cutting out each shape for this specific design, I guess, and then re-gluing those shapes and overlaying them uh, so that the design still worked. Yeah, I really like this. And for the rest of it, because I wanted to use all the prints for stuff, I only had a few left, so I cut up that one and used it as the border. I think it turned out good. Uh, okay. These last few pages, although the drawings might not be that great, uh, it's still pretty fun to do. I found these really big, uh, crayons. I've had them for, I want to say like 10 plus years now, I guess. And I've never used them. It's like, I'm going to use them. I'm going to see what I can do. And so the crayons, so because they're wax, they kind of build up a bunch. Um, but what I did is, so I drew this with pencil, and then I went over it with Sharpie, and then I colored it in with those crayons, and it created a lot of stuff. So I used a piece of plastic that I had to scrape it, and I used the scraped stuff, the scraped, I guess, wax shavings, and smeared them back onto the page. And that's how I got all this stuff. Probably doesn't look that great, um, but it was really fun to do. Yeah, I think I yeah, okay. The design was kind of inspired by the robots from Mitchell's versus the Machines. That's a pretty fun movie. And actually, I think it's called Katie Vision. All the uh, 2D animations, like in the corners and the borders, and the lightning bolts and the surprise lines and stuff. That kind of mixed animation media thing, I really enjoyed, and it also is a movie that inspired me to do more of this kind of stuff. This is another one. This one's it's more messy, but I like it. Like the arms, tattooy stuff. Yeah, yeah. It could be better, but I like it, so I'm gonna leave it. It's really fun. It's fun. You know. A couple of videos ago, I showed a picture of the Big Bot Bash. Um, this here is the first Big Bot Bash that I participated in. Um, well, I didn't like officially participate in it. You got to build a you got to build a model out of uh, junk and trash and stuff to make a robot. You're given this attributes sheet for 5 different categories. You roll a dice, and whatever you get is your prompt for building your robot. I didn't have any garbage lying around, so I decided to just draw it instead. Um, anyways, this is kind of how it began. Um, yeah, so rolled the dice. I got for body was Rust God. The head was I can't read that. The head was spiky. The arms were triple jointed. The hands were electric. The legs were ballerina, so they had to be like pointy, I guess. Um, the flavor for this one was cosmic. So, kind of brainstormed stuff to see what would work. These are the different designs I was kind of imagining. Yeah. And the final design, I went with this. I think this, I really like this. Actually, I like this a lot. Just the way I shaded it, the way I used whatever pens I had. I think I had just a ballpoint pen, a red Sharpie, and a black Sharpie. Yeah, that's all I had. Um, and a pencil. You got a spiky head. This is the head there. You got the triple jointed arms, the electric hands. I didn't know what to do for electric. I don't know if he should like be shooting stuff out of his hands or if he should be um I don't know. So I just imagine them pointy because lightning bolts are pointy. So I gave him pointy hands, claw hands. Ballerina, tiny legs. Yeah, I really like this. Oh wow, 16 minutes. That's a long video. I could re-record this to make it shorter, like I've done in the past, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm pretty spent on the stuff I'm doing. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this up for much longer. I'm probably gonna, I'm either gonna private the videos or delete them. Um, I don't know. There's not much really going on worth talking about. I mean, I don't have to talk about anything. I could just keep doing what I'm doing. I have 3 subscribers now. That's kind of cool. Um, which is also kind of weird at the same time because I wasn't expecting it, and also I don't know why they did because I don't know. This doesn't seem like the kind of stuff you would want to watch. Um, but apparently they want to watch it. So hello, you 3 people. Nice to see you or meet you. I don't know. Okay. What else has happened, or what has happened this week? I went to a talent show on Saturday. I mean, that was fun. Went to church on Sunday. That was less fun, but still okay. I think I fell asleep. Um, uh, on Monday, I applied to work at a bakery, and on Wednesday, no, wait, on Saturday, I applied to work at a bakery. On Monday, I got a call asking when I would like to have an interview. So I said Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I had an interview with the people at the bakery. And that was stressful, but it was also kind of cool. Um, and I'm glad that it happened. They said after the interview, they said they have other people that they're also going to be interviewing. And if they like me, they'll give me a call. Or if they like me by the end of their process, they'll give me a call and I can start work, which is nice. Um, I do have a feeling though that they probably won't call me back. I don't know. I think I feel that because the other jobs they haven't gone back to me either. So I'm still jobless. Hooray! Well, actually, no, not hooray. I'm I don't know. I keep looking down here because that's where my face is. but the camera is up there. Okay. So they didn't, so they haven't called me back yet. It's currently Sunday, no, Saturday morning right now. It's 2 in the morning because haven't slept yet. Um, so maybe they'll call me back on Monday. I'm not sure. I also gave a resume to um, a grocery store I used to work at. Um, and they haven't gone back to me either. There's this place I applied to be either a server or a kitchen staff member um, at a uh, little restaurant opening up at a resort nearby. Um, it's just a summer job. If I stayed there, I would get to stay in like a cabin or a camper for the summer and just cook food and serve the guests there, I guess. Which sounds kind of fun. It'd be a fun experience. Um, yeah, because I've worked in a kitchen before, and I've, well, I haven't really served food, but I don't imagine it'd be that hard. No, I have served food. Well, okay, I haven't done any waitering or waitressing, um, like that kind of serving. I've done more of I stand behind the food dishes and I give out the food kind of thing, which is probably not what they're talking about, what they are looking for. Um, yeah, but they haven't gone back to me yet, so they're probably going to let me know next week. Man, I'm really hoping they'll let me know next week. There's a bunch of jobs that I applied to that I had hoped that they would contact me by the end of the month, and they didn't. Um, I don't know. This is really long. Holy smokes, I'm going on forever. I don't think this is over yet. I feel like I'm going to be waiting for a long time before something actually lands. Yeah. Well, it's a little worrying. I mean, all I can really do is just keep trying. Well, something else that I've done, um, well, actually, two other things. Uh, my family's gonna, next week, my family's gonna start raising pheasants. Um, get baby chicks. I think about 450 of them or so. This will be the sixth year doing it. Um, and we have the pattern on how to raise them down pretty good, the method. We get a pretty good turnout with the adult pheasants, um, which is nice. And that pays really good too. So if I mean if I don't get a job, then at least the farm work um, will help a bunch. Um, so the second thing is um, I think I'm gonna try following a um, a schedule to make and post animations, stuff that I've made, stuff that I haven't made yet, and like progress videos. Kind of similar to this, but not really. But I'm hoping that if I do that, I'll get used to um, actually doing stuff. Because I think this has helped me be more comfortable with doing stuff. Um, but I'm hoping that the schedule thing will help me get used to getting to the flow of doing, I guess, I don't know, doing stuff. Words. Woo. I don't know when I'm going to start the schedule, but I think I have the schedule that I could follow now. I think like every Monday I'm going to post something that I've already made, like something that I've made at school or a work in progress that I've made from years ago, because I have a few of those. Um, and then on Wednesdays I'm going to try to post um, like a short little something that'll be, I don't know, like 5 seconds long or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna post it as a short because I don't like YouTube Shorts. Although it's good for exposure, I guess. It's it's pretty easy to get lost and like drown in the rot that's in there. So I'm gonna try to not do that. Uh, but I think every Wednesday I'm gonna make like throughout the week, every Wednesday, I'm gonna try and share a quick thing because I don't want to just be showing things that I have already made. I still want to make new stuff. So I'll show some new stuff on Wednesdays, and on Mondays, I'll show the stuff I already have made. And on Fridays, I'll still do this, maybe, I don't know. But on the art channel, I'll do like an update video on a bigger project that I'm working on. I could start a bigger project and then do like time lapse videos what what I'm working on. Um, and then once that big project is finished, I'll then also post it on Friday. And that gives me Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday to actually work on the animations and edit the videos if I feel like editing them. Um, yeah, I think it'll be good. I think it'll work. I mean, it might not work, but it's a starting point. It's a way to begin. This was a way to begin. This is a really long video. Um, that's about everything that I can think of to share. I could honestly talk for hours, but I would like to sleep, and I also don't think whoever's watching this will want to watch for that long. So I'm going to end it here, and wish you all a good night, a good day. Um, yeah. Uh, if you've made it this far, tell me about your week. Or tell me about something that you've made. Um, like any, I don't know, any art piece that you're proud of. Any, like, you gone hiking lately? Uh, what's the furthest you've driven? in the last little while. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, have a good night. Have a good day. See you later.